Well, it's interesting. We're here on a Saturday, of course, the Saturday Rub. It's a radio institution. Everyone listens. Everyone loves it. That's why their ratings extraordinary came out during the week. But Purple, what we've got here is Bristol, for the first 15 minutes, graced us with his presence, told us what he's doing in lockdown, and then buggered off to have lunch with his beautiful wife, Tanya.
Fair enough.
Yep.
So that's how that's rolled. We've got Bernard Vince off the bench, of course, best and fairest fat with 2 different clubs.
2?
Adelaide and Melbourne.
Who, him?
No doubt, all Australia.
How many did you win, Bill?
He didn't win 2.
2 different clubs.
Jeez, how bad an that one
Is that all you've got to say? That's all you got to say about
Oh, mate. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you what.
And a good bloke.
No, great bloke. So what he said already, and this I find this astounding on debut, is he rings me during the week and he says, listen, I'm coming on Saturday. I just need a couple of minutes.
What? He's come for his first
segment. I'll just need a couple of minutes.
And he's asked for a minute.
So
It was only a couple of minutes until you started asking questions about berries, and that's just been extended a little bit.
Well, there's boys in. There's black.
no, who are these? These are the Berry boys, what, brothers or cousins?
Like the Zarsoffs.
Yeah. Blueies.
And Rudy and Terry.
Yeah, that's it. And Fartsies.
And Tory.
Yeah, so, you got all the Zarsoff brothers, but these are, so we had the Berry brothers, who were Chuck and Raz.
Raspa.
So now we're going for the Berry cousins, are we?
Yes.
Go on, then. Who are they?
Well, we got Straw. Poison. Black.
Yes.
Boys.
Crawl. Cran. Cran's a good one.
Oh, not bad, Cran.
Not bad, Cran.
Yeah.
Farkle.
What's that?
It's a farkleberry,
Never
which
heard
is
of
the cousin of the blueberry.
Right.
You forgot
I
one,
think you
Bill.
made that one up.
What
No,
about,
farkle.
What about dangle?
Dangleberry.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. What's that?
Oh, on the back of a sheep before you crutch them.
Oh, is it?
And you used to work as a rouseabout.
Well,
Not very hard. On the looks of it.
I never found any dangleberries, Jim.
So
And Huckle. There you go.
here we go with Purple. I find this hard to believe. This is a man on debut. Normally you sit back and you speak when you're spoken to, and you sort of make your way quietly through. But Bernard Vince said to me during the week, "I want some time."
Yes.
So and he's even got his own sting, Purple.
Oh, no.
And it doesn't surprise me, Jim, because when we first met him at the All-Australian year that year at the in the city there, he was just a man full of confidence, and here we are, 10, 11 years later, just demanding his own little time on his own show.
It's the kids of today, isn't it, really?
Well,
They
you think-
just walk through that door and look at me. Where we'd sit back, Dark,
Yeah, of course.
and wait for Jim to say, right, go now.
Well, here comes the sting, by the way, that he's requested for his own segment.
Fair dinkum.
I'm going to put my plums on the line. That's our man, Bernard Vince.
G'day, guys.
Bernie's top 5.
If I review myself, I just give myself a tick.
What a sting. They've gone back
Done a bit
there.
more with that.
That's not the best thing I've ever heard.
Well, I think they want to start low and then I just build up from there. But as you know,
What are you doing here, Bernard?
well, I'm a long-time listener, as I say, and there's a lot of people around the country that bounce off you guys, and you're part of people's Saturday routines. So, but sometimes you just need someone to come from outside the bubble, someone that's not in here every day, and just give you a little bit of feedback.
Right.
So.
Oh, no.
I've gone with a bit of leading teams, as you will.
And now you
out
know,
the front, Bill.
Duck doesn't like this.
Well, I've made sure I've situated myself near the door, so if things do get a bit heated, I can just exit real quick. I'm not worried about you, Bill, because if you don't get me in the first 2 metres, I'm safe. And even if you did catch me, I'm not worried what you do.
I'd beat the crap out of you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you would. Now, so what I've called it my top 5. I've got a bit of feedback for everyone. Just 1 point to go on with. And Bill, I'll start with the easy target, you. Now, I've been listening to this quiz, and I thought to myself, I'm going to list a few ways to try and improve this. I'm going to call it a thing. I'm going to try and improve this thing, okay?
Righto.
But I was there for so long, there was so many improvements that I thought, I'm just going to go straight to the summary. I'm going to summarise this quiz.
Right.
It's shit and it's got to go. It goes for far too long. You never know who the contestants are, Bill. That's
true.
You can't read the questions, and when you do read them, you can't speak properly. Your lifelines are a debacle. You don't know who to throw to, and I've been listening at least three times this year, and you've thrown to a bloody ad halfway through it just to regain some sort of control.
That is true.
Jim throws to that.
Oh, does he throws it? What? Yeah, to try and get some control because you've got none. Right.
That's actually a reasonable point, mate.
I'm happy with that.
You happy? You're going to take that. So the quiz won't be happening today. It's gone.
Jim,
Done.
what's coming up later? Jim? On your running sheet.
I'm actually might just have to put a line through.
On your running sheet there.
Says quiz.
Sucked in, Bernie!
Well, there's big pressure on you, put it that way. And listen to feedback. That's one thing, receiving it, but putting it into action's the key. Okay, Bill?
La, la, la.
Now, Duck, I'll worry about this one and I might just sneak towards the door a little bit.
As long as it's constructive.
Because giving feedback to this man comes with a little bit of intimidation factor, but as we know, Jim. So, and I was selective in the batting order. I went with an easy target first. I thought I'd hold my own with the rest. So get Duck out of the way second.
So you're one
Duck,
for none.
Now, Duck, one for none. So I've started well. Yeah. And I love you, Duck.
Oh, Bernie, that is weak as piss.
Come on,
That is weak as piss.
We love you. The listeners love you. To see what I'm doing? I'm building a shit sandwich.
That is weak.
But
But
I know you're a 7-time All-Australian. You're a 2-time Premiership player as captain.
Yep.
You know why I know this? Because you tell us every week. Unless it's about you or something you can remotely turn into you switch off. I just need you to tip into some other conversations at least. Just sometimes. Just remind us you're there.
Actually, not bad.
Keep going.
At least make a noise. See, make sure your mic's still working. We haven't lost you.
Sometimes he chips in
That's a really good point, Ben.
Sometimes he chips in when he doesn't have to either.
Are you with me, Damo?
That's a really good point, mate. I think
might not-
hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah, you might not be after this one because you're next. What's the score? What's the score, Bill?
He's on a hat-trick.
I'm on a hat-trick.
First 2 balls, he's got.
Right, Damo. Now, everyone needs someone like you, Damo, in their friend circle. A nerdy, sort of awkward, sort of weird, sort of. But I tell you, to your credit, you make it work. You fit in. You speak when spoken to. But you've got one job. And what is your job? Well, actually, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. It's to break stories. Any danger of actually breaking one this year? You're getting owned.
Yeah.
You're getting owned by young upstarts these days. They all try to make it, and they're getting in front of you in the pecking order. Tom Brown's becoming your bitch.
Oh, no! Tom Brown.
And I don't like that.
Not Tom Brown.
Tom Brown. I work with Andrew Jarman. Now, he only gets 1 out of 10 things correct. But at least he gets one!
Oh, no. And he's taking a goal down there.
Actually, that's a hat-trick.
Get around me!
It's one of the great Glenn McGrath.
I don't know whether he took
Damien
one.
Fleming.
Damien Fleming.
Now, Jim.
Oh, no.
here we
Purely
go.
untouchable.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Make
I
a
know.
double hat-trick, Bernie.
Double hat-trick, 4 in a row.
Untouchable.
Here we go. Now, I know you're the captain of this, very rocky ship, and that comes with its challenges, Jim.
That is true, it does.
You do an incredible job of keeping this group from, completely falling apart.
That is true.
But if I hear you whinge one more time about Dan Andrews, not playing golf, that wussy game you play,
Oh, no.
I'm going to extend the lockdown personally. It'll go for another 2 weeks. I'll tell you what, Jim,
He does whinge.
this is a footy show. Swim between the flags. It's lockdown. We're all suffering. Now move on.
That's fair.
See, I was very careful around that. I've probably just been hit for a boundary, but I know where my bread's buttered, Bill.
3 for 4.
Off 4 balls. It's very, very eventful start.
All right,
And
where
now
are you going with number 1?
Well, I'll move on to Bristol. And I'm sort of
not
glad.
even here.
Sort of glad he's, wherever he is, changing rooms, upgrading, going to the penthouse.
hey, he'll be listening.
I know he'll be listening.
hear.
That's why I'm not going to change anything I was going to say to him face to face.
Yep.
Another member of the group that sort of brings that intimidation level attached to whatever I say. But this is an industry that is unconditional, and he needs to hear this. He's the number 1 caller. He's Mr. Friday Night, as he calls himself.
Yeah.
No doubt he is.
And I've never called a game of football in my life, but even I know, Bristol,
No.
that you only start calling a game when the game actually starts. Have a listen.
And now they're pushing back, and I just wonder psychologically what that does. Anyway, we're underway here in the second quarter. Siren has sounded, and we've
I don't know
gone.
if we are, Cobb.
Was that the
No,
first
that's
quarter?
just a bit of a replay. Brian. Come on, Brian.
Brian. How am I supposed to know?
Luke Darcy. He did a dart.
Go again, Brian. We're on.
Oh, Bristol, come on, mate. Watch the TV. Call it when it starts. And now, boys, that's my top 5.
Yeah.
How'd I go?
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, I like
Tell
it.
you what.
3 for about.
By the way, have I told you that I came
Oh, here he goes
There
again.
it goes.
top 2 for the MVP 8 times?
No.
Top 2, so you come second.
6 runner-up and 2 winners.
So completely unable, Damo, to take any
Did
feedback.
you hear any of that? Did you hear any of that?
No wonder Dennis gave up.
Oh, yeah. Mate. Wow,
Not bad, Bern.
Yeah, well
That's
done.
good, Bern.
Not bad, Bernard.
Nice.
I don't mind it. The fourth one was down a touch, but the rest of them were good.